Hey guys, welcome back. It's time to look at more distribution bad behavior. I know what you're saying, Rattle. This is going to happen. The market is crazy. Everyone wants to cash in on that crazy market value going on, and yeah, they do. But the problem here is the fact that all the stores, they're going to continue to get the short end. Distributors, in my opinion, should act as distributors. They should not be able to keep everything that they want to keep. They should not be able to super upcharge plus. They shouldn't even be bundling bad stuff with the good stuff. If the bad stuff is bad, the Pokemon Company, distribution, whoever it is, needs to do a better job to make sure they don't end up with the bad stuff so that they don't have to pawn it off on people who just want the regular products that are coming out. Now, we have what might be the worst of worst behaviors allegedly going on currently with a distributor who has opened a shop and is just going to keep the product, keep a big chunk of that product, or mark it up to the point that he's basically becoming the competition of the people he is supposed to be supplying. Oh, yes, I know. We're gonna slug through this one. It's disappointing that you see this stuff happen. It's disappointing that it isn't set up in a better way. In my opinion, I think Pokemon needs to have their own distribution system up in place so they can keep a better eye on everything, whether that be release dates, street dates, who's doing what, who's backdooring what, because a lot of this bad stuff happens because they don't have a handle on it. We've seen recently less stuff has been stolen from the print facility because they bought the print facility. If they own the print facility, at least the one that's printing the majority of the stuff, less is going to get stolen because they don't have to reach out to third party that has to get a PI, that has to show up to someone's house, that has to pull their pants down and say, hey, if you don't give us the stuff, I'm going to Pinkerton you. Actually, well, it doesn't seem like the Pokemon Company or any of their print facilities have sent the Pinkertons. That was Magic the Gathering, but it's more funny to say it's the Pinkertons. Now, into the story at hand, we have Mackenzie420, who, along with others, have reached out to me in my Discord. The best place to get my attention is to add me in Discord, a general chat, but you better make sure that's urgent, or else I'm going to poke fun at you. So here they say, our official distributor is hurting the community, and we've had enough. I don't like the community word because it's often used in a bad sense. I don't think that's the case here. Our official distributor is hurting the community, and we've had enough. Attention Pokemon fans in the Balkans. Our official distributor is hurting the community, and we've had enough. We're a little bit repetitive here, but that's okay. We're a group of longtime Pokemon fans and collectors from Croatia, Slovenia, and other Balkan countries. And we've had enough of being ignored, lied to, and priced out of our own community. So I'm going to mispronounce at least a dozen things in this video. Sue me. Over the past few months, we've been gathering communications, reviewing invoices, and speaking directly with local game stores, LGS, across Slovenia, Croatia, Serbia, and Bosnia. We've been trying to track where Zevzdar's products is going and where it isn't. What we found, the same story from every single store. No supply from Pokemon, no booster boxes, no elite trainer boxes, no restocks for months, no transparency, and quote, sorry, we don't have anything, end quote. Now, if this sounds familiar, you wouldn't be wrong. If you watch the video, Pokemon card distribution is shady and even worse in this crazy market. We had a little incident with Walmart in the United States, where the MJ Holdings distribution, who provides the product for Walmart shelves, well, they were holding stuff back. They were just going to, allegedly, in my opinion, in the opinion of others, they were going to hold stuff back and they were going to sell it through their sister company, GT Collectibles, where they would mark the stuff up, stick it online, and they wanted to capture that market value too. Now, it seems like they might have got a slap on the fanny from Papa Pokemon, but we'll have to see how that turns out. Again, it needs to be set up. There are bad sets, there are good sets. The stores need to receive the bad sets and the good sets to balance things out. You need a ton of money to start a game store, because the bad sets, when the bad sets are bad, you might have to sit on those bad sets for a long time. When the good sets are good, you make up for that. Maybe you hold some back, maybe it goes up in value, whatever you got to do. But when you only get the bad sets, the market becomes hot and you can make money on shit, and when the distributor says, fuck you, motherfuckers, guess what you're getting? Nothing, because I'm going to open my own store. And I'm going to sell it, and I'm going to sell only the good sets. Don't worry. When the market cools off, we'll make sure you get lots of product. And then you can try to win us over by buying lots of product when it sucks, in hopes that you're going to get it when it's good. But we're keeping it. We're going to keep it. And now it's not the entirety of the product from what I can tell. I've seen a lot of receipts. I don't want to get any game stores in trouble necessarily. But here we have it. We're going to go through the details. We have, meanwhile, a new retail chain called Joker City, which didn't even exist before, is fully stocked. Random individuals are getting bulk product at full market price, and legitimate stores are being frozen out of the market. Who's behind this, you might ask? A man named Tillen Gra, and a network of companies he controls with his wife, Natasa? How do you pronounce the little S? Horvat. Zevzdar.d.o.o. Officially listed Pokemon distributor in Slovenia. When the company is in his wife's name, it's widely known that Thailand is in full control and has been communicating and orchestrating everything from the start. So we might have like a dummy CEO in a different name, technicalities. But again, if you're exploiting this stuff, Pokemon, it's not a good thing for the stores. It's not a good thing for Pokemon. It's not a good thing for the end user. It's just all around bad. It makes everything worse. Even if it's a crazy market and stuff is bound to retrace, this is not good. This is not good for anyone. This is not good for the hobby in general. It's greedy. A lot of greedies out there where there's money to be made. There's going to be some greedy shit going on. So we have Zevzdar MP.D.O.O. runs Joker City, their own retail stores where inflated prices are the norm. If you're a distributor, you should not be allowed to sell the product through a sister company, through your wife's company, through any of those other companies. Things need to be run in a fair and honest manner, not taking advantage of market conditions and just absolutely shafting stores in the process. So here we have it. We have Joker_City_shop on Instagram, and my God, they got a lot of Funko Pops. I will say that. You gotta post. They got the Prismatic Evolutions, baby. Make sure you're getting it again. And they just want to capitalize. They want to take advantage of the fact that if they keep product for themselves, if they have their own retail outlet here, which looks like it's a trip to IKEA and just a fucking few boxes of Funko Pops. My God, that's a lot of Funko Pops. But here we have it. Yeah, I mean, it's trying to be like a GameStop, I guess. It's got like the goofy Batman knockoff shit in the middle here. Some Wii accessories that are questionable in legitimacy. And someone out there screaming at me. They're like, "No, that's the best wheel for the Wii, dude." Was it the Wii? Switch? Is it a Switch wheel? Wii wheel? A Wii wheel? Joker City, you gotta have the pixelated. You know you're a gamer, a gaming shop when you got a treasure chest, a tree, some rock. What is going on with that rock? We got Pokemon on there. We got Pokemon TCG. So if they just sell it themselves on the website here, yes, they're gonna make a whole lot more money. Should that be allowed? Absolutely not. Is it illegal? Maybe. We're going to see some people speak about that in a second here, but it's just greasy. It's greasy shit. It's greasy shit where the stores are getting fucked over. They're not getting enough product. If they got to buy it from the secondary market, they're going to be accused of scalping. Like this is just fucking dirty behind the scenes shit that shouldn't be allowed, shouldn't exist. This is something that Pokemon needs to put a stop to. Again, like the limits on the vending machines and everything else, I think are far less of an issue. The people scalping at the stores are far less of an issue than the stuff coming from when the shit's at the top and it's coming down and it's trickling through the pixelated leaves on the pixelated tree. Everyone sitting under the tree is getting shit on, and a lot of the new people, they don't realize that. So we got some business documents here, some evidence. If you want to, feel free to read what you got to read there. You get the point. It's pretty blatant, pretty obvious that that's the case with the Joker City stuff. If we go to contact, wherever the hell that is, contact us right here, just in case you need more evidence that it's them. Joker City is them. There's their Zevzdar. So, does Pokemon know that they're doing it? Do they care that they're doing it? Please. All right, so what's really happening? Is this where we are? Yeah. What's really happening? Zevstar tells stores we have no product. Joker City receives full pallets. Private individuals, non-retail, get bulk orders. Local stores get nothing. We got scalping by a distributor. So, like, his end price is, I think, less of a problem. If he's charging market price, that's fine. I think the problem here is you shouldn't be a distributor and a store and be able to favor yourself or your family or whatever it might be. It's just wrong. It's dirty. It's dirty. It's shady. It's sucky. And no one should want that. I get it. It's a lot of the people don't see this stuff. This is not the end user experience, other than the fact that if you go to a store that isn't one of his, they're not going to have any product, or they're going to have little to nothing, and it's going to be probably more expensive. Because if you're not getting it from distribution anymore, we've seen it with our own eyes. Scarlet and Violet 09 Journey Together booster boxes sold to customers at 170 European dollarinos. Prismatic Evolutions ETBs 85 to 100. Joker City reportedly receives ETBs at 26 European dollarinos and flips them for 3 to 4x profit. I don't know if it'd be that low, but maybe it is. I guess if there's no, like, if they're not upcharging themselves, like they might be for tax reasons, but I don't, again, when you're getting stuff super cheap, you're supposed to distribute it. They shouldn't be raising the prices either. They shouldn't be giving this stuff to accounts that haven't been ordering Pokemon. Like, when there's not enough to go around, it should be who was buying the Pokemon cards when there was no money to be made. Who was buying Scarlet Violet base when that came out? All the way up through Twilight Masquerade. What stores were buying that? Those should be the stores that are rewarded and get the allocation similar to what they were ordering before. That's how it should work. I shouldn't have to explain that. You're going to have a ton of companies, a ton of shops that are opening up when it's profitable to do so, and then now it's at the point that just they're not going to get enough stuff. They're going to have to go out. The stores are going to have to be buying from your Costco. Some of them are going to be stupid enough to post a shopping cart full of shit that they're buying from Costco and putting on their shelves. It just snowballs and creates a whole dirty mess. And that's why big box is the best option at the moment, because big box traditionally, typically, other than the whole GT collectibles thing, they're not going to upcharge your butthole. This is distributor level scalping. Their employees were bragging about it. I haven't seen that, so that's an interesting brag. Concerning practices reported from multiple LGS and even someone, unless they're talking about the money shot that we're about to look at. Concerning practices reported from multiple LGS and even some claiming to be an employee. Hidden channel bulk sales to private individuals, product showing up on resale markets, occasional non-invoice transactions, excuses like the warehouse lost it, used. That's like the standards, like eBay scam or whatever. Something sells for what you don't want it to sell for, it goes up in price, or like pre-orders, the pre-order scams. Pre-orders are dirty. There's a lot of dirty stuff that goes on, a lot of customers that are bad and cancel it if the price goes down, a lot of stores that'll cancel it if the price goes up, a lot of it got lost, it got damaged, canceled orders, canceled auctions, all that. It's standard issue stuff. We're not claiming legal wrongdoing, but these are consistent patterns reported by many. All right, we're ready to cooperate with the Pokemon Company. Several LGS are prepared to provide full documentation if asked. We got Pokemon, this is on you. I agree 100%. Pokemon should crack down on this. They need distributors to be distributing. Now, I don't know how much of the pressure from Pokemon on the distributors to get rid of the shitty shit, like your battle academies, when there's an abundance of them, to get the good stuff. It could be that they're forced into that. I don't think that's right either. I think if Pokemon makes too much of something, if they make something that just sucks dicks, they need to take the hit on it. Just mark it down, sell it off. That's it. Not bundle it in to try and game the system and everything else. Does Pokemon currently, it would pretty much, in order to quench this market at the moment, it would pretty much require Pokemon to like delay a set or completely like cut a set off and make it the next release, that kind of thing, to catch up on printing. That, or they need another print facility. Do they need to buy another one? Do they need to expand that? I'm not sure what the answer is, and I'm sure that can't be, that's not just an instant thing. Are they going to look into like, hey, the market's going to die down. Do we really need another print facility? that sort of stuff. So it's more complicated. Stuff's done months in advance. If stuff has to be on the printer, it could be quite a while before we see stuff kind of cool down, get the reprints that it sort of needs at the moment. Will it need it later? That's hard to say. Scalps product at scale, blocks fair market access, destroys the community it was supposed to serve. And then we got a little whistling dude saying, speak up with us. If you've seen this happening as a fan or as a store, speak up, comment, share, contact Pokemon. This is our community. We deserve better. Linktree if you want to support the channel. PSA Pikachu, Secura's, Card Market, Buy, Collector app. Discount codes that you can use to save money on the things that I use and recommend. Stuff that you click before you shop so that it supports me via affiliate revenue. Much appreciated. Don't send me money. Use the Linktree instead. Brilliant Thoughts says, as an LGS myself, I am contacting all stores in my country and neighboring ones manually one by one, email to link to this thread and alert them to this situation and likely confirm their suspicions. He says, this is illegal. It is an enormous threat to the hobby and to business owners. We must put a stop to this, please, if you have not already. And he got some steps here. He sent over 150 emails. Wild stuff. Now, here's the cherry on top, they say. This is a real video posted by the people behind Zevstar, your so-called official distributor. What are you thinking? Who do you think that this is gonna? You got people pissed off at you, and you're gonna post dumb shit like this? Like, I don't know. Do not harass anyone in the videos, but like, how to get people worked up, how to make sure people are on a mission to have Pokemon crack down on you. And if they were, the thing is too, they were probably so greedy about it, allegedly, in my opinion, that something had to be done. Someone had to post this stuff. People had to get upset about it. They could have kept quite a bit for themselves without anyone noticing. But if people are bragging about it and people are screwing over the stores while having just a stupid amount of stock in their own store, that's when it kind of might crumble. If Pokemon does anything, it's hard to say if they will, when they will. I think they need to. I think this is one of the biggest issues, and it becomes glaringly obvious. Distributors need to be distributing, not selling the product for market price, not opening their own shop and feeding product to themselves. It's just, it's not good. It's not a good look. What else would you expect from a distributor that films themselves flaunting cash while freezing out the community? Seriously, Pokemon, was there no background check? Is this who you entrust with an entire region? Money reigns. So we've seen a ton of other bad stuff going on in terms of like the international stuff. It's probably pretty hard for Pokemon to keep an eye on it. But a lot of the stolen stuff, a lot of the early stuff that goes to Whatnot, G-Baller 69, 420, smokes a lot with a Z. He's getting it. There's some shady stuff going on in terms of the stuff that's supposed to be for other countries that ends up not leaving the country and back in the United States of America. Now we have a Rescue Cards who says this comment will probably mean I no longer get any product from them. I can't read today, or I can't speak today. I think it's the speak. I'm reading the words in my head, but speaking them is a real issue today. But I believe it has to be said. Zevstar it sounds like a villain name, doesn't it? Maybe that's just me being not accustomed to names from other countries, but has said to his employees many times that his goal is to destroy his current competitor in Slovenia, TCG Park. He isn't interested in making profits with his company Joker City because he is already profiting from distribution, selling his product to himself and then at over MSRP prices to the end consumers via Joker City. I am one of the businesses that has been buying product in bulk from Joker City at way above MSRP simply because this was the only way to acquire it. I haven't been doing this for long, but even I could get a glimpse of gatekeeping from their side. Sword and Shield era products are appearing in the stores as if someone had pallets full of them in a nearby warehouse, winks at Zebstar. And at the same time, the local stores are getting zero product. Not even a notice with availability list, which should be sent out by the official distributor. Last but not least, this is a guy who should be providing product to Balkan region as its official distributor. Instead, he sells entire warehouse of product to other countries in and out of the EU, not Balkan, and we are talking millions. I feel bad for the employees from Joker City because they are really good guys. Too bad their boss is a giant Diglett. All right, we have some receipts here, some prices of products from professional_mine 429. Prismatic ETBs at 85 European dollarinos. When the MSRP is 55 European dollarinos. I'll scroll through the receipts here real quick, but you guys can kind of get the point. The stores, and again, if it was just a normal store and they got a shitty allocation and they needed to upcharge that stuff, I'm not pitchforking them. I don't give a shit if they want to charge extra for it. Wait it out for reprints if you want a better price. But when it's the person that has distribution that's funneling it all or mostly through himself, that's the issue here. That's the issue at hand. So here's the thread. If you have additional information, reach out to Mackenzie420 on the Reddit. My apologies. I was using the 42069 Mahler Extreme example earlier for the shady individuals, but reach out to them if you have more information. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guys. Take care of each other out there. Be careful what you're doing if you're new. Be very careful. This market is an absolute noob trap. A lot of this stuff is going to be reprinted. Hopefully it returns to somewhat normal sooner rather than later. There's a certain amount of fun with more people being interested in the hobby, but it's too much. This is craziness. Be careful.